But that strategy, well, I guess as you know, it's falling apart. Because China and Russia aren't saviors, they're actually opportunists. And Tehran is learning that lesson the hard way. Okay, let's start with China. Beijing is Iran's top oil customer. On paper, it buys about 1 million barrels a day, mostly at a discount and often through shell companies to avoid sanctions. But here's the catch. China pays less than market share, delays payments, and locks Iran into lopsided contracts that favor Beijing. Worse, China rarely invests in real infrastructure inside Iran. The 25-year strategic deal signed in 2021 is mostly symbolic. Little money, even less follow-through. Beijing sees Iran not as a partner, but as a discount fuel station with no alternatives. There's no military alliance, no protection on the world stage, no economic lifeline beyond basic energy trade. And now that China is cozying up to Saudi Arabia and brokering peace deals between Gulf rivals, Iran's usefulness is shrinking fast. Then there's Russia. Good old Russia. On the surface, the Tehran-Moscow relationship looks strong. Iran sells drones to Russia for use in Ukraine. Russia helps Iran evade his sanctions. Both are under Western pressure and like to talk tough about building a multipolar world. But dig deeper, and you'll find a relationship built on mutual weaknesses, not mutual strength. Russia is desperate for drones and ammunition. Iran is desperate for weapons, nuclear expertise, and geopolitical cover. But Russia is stretched thin. Its economy is in decline, its military is bleeding men and machines in Ukraine, and it's increasingly seen as too toxic for Iran to tie itself to long-term. Even among Iran's elite, there's growing unease. Do we really want to bet the future of our country on a declining, sanctioned, war-torn Russia? Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Because if Russia loses in Ukraine, or even just gets bogged down permanently, Iran is stuck holding the bag. The reality is pretty fucking simple. Neither China nor Russia can offer what Iran needs most right now: a stable financial system, a functioning industrial base, access to modern technology, and the political capital to rebuild global legitimacy. And you know what? Only the West has those tools, and the regime, despite its rhetoric, is starting to recognize that. That's why we're seeing black channel diplomacy pick up again. That's why Europe is floating new nuclear terms. And it's why even hardliners inside Iran are beginning to hint that some kind of realignment, however small, might be on the table. Because China and Russia might be useful, but they're not enough. And when your economy is collapsing, your people are rebelling, and your energy exports are being sold at a loss, not enough becomes the biggest threat of all.